welcome to EduTap. So in today's session we are going to discuss about the important curves in economics, and we have already discussed in the yesterday's session the Phillips curve and the Engel curve, and in today's session we will discuss about the Kuznets and the Lefferts curve. If you want to study about the Phillips curve and Engel curve, if you have not seen that video, go and see that video, which we have given the link in the description box below. So now, before starting with the curves, please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are new to the channel, and join our Telegram channel for the PDF of this session, and you can get the link of the Telegram channel in the description box below. So now I have made a summary table or a division table for you, which we will discuss by the end of this session. And in this table I have told you all the things that are very important for the exam, okay, that you can remember in just little points. So we will discuss this summary table by the end of the session. So now, starting with the Lefferts curve. See, Lefferts curve tells the relationship between the tax revenue and the tax rate, which you can see in the x-axis and the y-axis. See, Lefferts curve is an inverted U-shaped curve. Okay, that is, with the increase in the tax rate, the tax revenue of the government increases. As the tax rate is increasing, the tax revenue of the government is also increasing, and it will keep on increasing till a optimum level. The tax revenue of the government with the tax rate will keep on increasing till the optimum level. Let's say optimum level is 50%. If the government becomes greedy and it keeps on increasing the tax rate even after the optimum level, what will happen? The tax revenue of the government will start decreasing. And why this decrease happens? Okay, because when most of your income, when 70%, 80% or 90% of your income is being taken by the government, you will lose the incentive to work, or you will start cheating the government and not show the income to the government. So if the tax rate is being increased even after the optimum level, then the tax revenue of the government starts decreasing. This is the Lefferts curve that tells the relationship between the tax revenue and the tax rate. In the start, there is a direct relationship between the tax rate and the tax revenue. That is, with the increase in tax rate, what is happening? Tax revenue is also increasing, so that there is a positive sloping curve. Okay, there is a upward sloping curve, and after that there is a downward sloping curve that is showing a negative relationship, or we can say inverse relationship between the tax rate and the tax revenue. That is, if the tax rate is being increased after the optimum level, then the tax revenue of the government will start decreasing. So this is what the Lefferts curve tells. Very easy, just the relationship between the tax revenue and the tax rate. So now we move forward to the Kuznets curve that tells us the inverted, it is also an inverted U-shaped curve, and it tells us the relationship between the income per capita and we can say economic growth that is happening and the income inequality in the country. Okay, so when the economy starts growing, what happens? The income inequality increases in a fast pace. Take the example of the Industrial Revolution. What is happening? The business class rose, okay, the rich rose in the form of the business class. So they started putting up factories, they started earning huge profits, and there was a poor class, the working class group, that were not even getting the minimum wages. Okay, so there was a huge bridge between the rich and the poor, and the inequality kept on increasing with the economic increase in the economic growth. The rich kept on getting richer and the poor kept on getting poorer. So with the increase in the economic growth, with the increase in the income per capita, the inequality kept on increasing till a point came where the inequality was the highest. And after that, if the economic growth continues, what happens? The government starts taking care of the poor. That is, the government start providing the skills, the knowledge, the training to the poor. Okay, so after that, if the income or the economic growth happens, the country starts taking care of even the poor classes, and there rose a class of the middle class group. Okay, middle section there grows. That is the self-employed people, or the people that are setting the small entrepreneurs, the MSMEs, that is the micro, small and medium enterprises. So these kind of enterprises, these kind of people rose, and that became the middle class, that reduced the inequality between the rich and the poor. So they bridged the gap. So after a level of the economic growth, after the economic growth reaches a level where the inequality is highest, after that what happens? The inequality starts decreasing, because the poor people are getting skilled, they are getting trained. Okay, and the country focuses on the poor section of the people. So this was all about the Kuznets curve that shows the relationship between the income per capita, that is the economic growth that is happening, and with the economic growth how the inequality is related. That is, in the start there is a upward or there is a positive curve, okay, upward sloping curve or there is a positive curve. That is a direct relationship between the income per capita or the economic growth and the inequality. And after a point when the inequality reaches highest, after that there is a downward sloping curve, or we can say there is a inverse relationship between the income per capita and the income inequality. So after this we come to the environmental Kuznets curve. See, we have discussed about the Kuznets curve, we have discussed about the Phillips, Engel and the Laffour's curve. So now we will discuss a part of the Kuznets curve, that is the environmental Kuznets curve. It is similar to the Kuznets curve, that is when the GDP per capita is growing, when the economic growth is there, then what is the effect on the environmental degradation. So environmental Kuznets curve tests the relationship between the economic growth and the environmental degradation. So what happens in the start when the industries start growing and we didn't have much technology. So what was happening, the environmental degradation was increasing with the increase in the factories, increase in the land we are using, okay. But after a point there is a turning point when the people become aware, like us, we have become aware now. We are doing conference of parties, the different countries are coming and doing conference of parties, they are doing different kind of committees are being set up so to take care of the environment. So there was a turning point where the people become aware and where the technologies are being found so that we can take care of the environment. So after a point there is economic growth. When the economy grows, when the economy becomes more aware, the environmental degradation reduces. After this point the environmental degradation reduces, okay, because the technology is growing now. And the post-industrial period is the service sector based economy, where we shift from the industrial economy to the service sector economy, where there is a further decrease in the environmental degradation, okay. So this was the environmental Kuznets curve, is the same that in the start with the economic growth, as the economic growth is happening, the environmental degradation is also increasing. But after a level of the economic growth, the people become aware, the countries become aware and they take care of the environmental. So after that economic growth happens and there is the reduction in the environmental degradation, okay. So this was the environmental Kuznets curve. After that we come to the summary table. Here I have presented you everything related to the curve that is important from the exam's point of view, and through this table, if you remember this table, then you will be able to answer any question related to the curves, okay. So the curves, the Phillips curve was the one that we did, Phillips and Engel curve we discussed in the previous session. And Phillips curve tests the relationship between the inflation rate and the unemployment rate, okay. Then it is a downward sloping curve if we are talking about the short run Phillips curve, okay. There are two types of curves, that is the short run Phillips curve and the long run Phillips curve. Long run Phillips curve, okay. So short run Phillips curve is a downward sloping curve because it tells an inverse relationship between the inflation rate and the unemployment rate, and long run Phillips curve is a vertical curve, okay. Again there is the relationship between the unemployment rate and inflation rate, as simple as that, okay. It is in the short run Phillips curve, it was a stable and inverse relationship. Now comes the Kuznets curve that we have just studied. It tells the relationship between the inequality and income per capita. It is an inverted U shape, that is first with the increase in the income per capita the inequality will increase, but after that with the income per capita, as we have reached a point, after that with the increase in the income or increase in the economic growth, the inequality reduces. So, and there is also the environmental Kuznets curve that relates the income per capita or GDP per capita or the economic growth with the environmental degradation, okay. Then comes the Laffour curves, which relates the tax rate with the tax revenue. It is also inverted U shape, that is if with the increase in the tax rate, the tax revenue rises till a optimum point, but after that if the tax rate is further increased, the tax revenue will keep on decreasing, okay. Easy as that. The Engel curve, it tells the relationship between the income and the demand of the commodity or the quantity of the commodity. It is a upward sloping curve, okay. It is a upward sloping curve in the case of the normal good and the luxurious good. It is a downward sloping curve in case of the inferior Good. I have told you, with the increase in the income, our demand for a commodity will increase because our income has increased. So we will demand more of the normal good, more of the luxurious good. But the inferior good, as they are inferior in comparison of the normal good, we have a better substitute. So we are getting more income. So why not take the better substitute? So the inferior good, the commodity or the demand for the inferior good will reduce, and the normal good and the luxurious good demand will increase with the increase in the income. Okay, this we have all discussed in the previous session, and in this session also we have discussed, but it is a table so that you remember all the important points related to the curves, because they can become confusing. But now I hope that you will remember all the important points. So thank you very much. If you have any query, you can mail us here or you can contact us through this number. If you want me to take the other curves also, like the Rahan curve, the augmented Kuznets curve, or the Armies curve, or any other curve, you can comment down below. Okay, so thank you very much.